you're looking for just reliability assignment-wise for one, running the plays the way they're supposed to be run, reading the runs the proper way, and then pass protection-wise being reliable, understanding where the protection is going, who they're responsible for, and then executing the block, the actual physical part of the block. So it's not necessarily like hey, this guy practiced the best, so he's going to play the most. It's okay, guys that practice well, now these guys can play. Now let's figure out how to get them in situations where they can succeed, if that makes sense. So it's a kind of thing that you go as the week does, and certain plays become maybe specific for certain guys, and as the season has gone on, certain guys have emerged as being more reliable and trustworthy on third down as protection backs or as receiving backs.
Your offense hasn't had a lot of big, long yard plays. What do the running backs need to do? Maybe work in tandem with the offensive line to create more of those.
Yeah, so to do that is just in who those guys are. When a run is blocked properly, there should be one guy or two guys left unblocked that could potentially make the play. So some of those big time plays, like you saw against Indiana, I think it was a 59-yard run or something like that. The two safeties were unblocked, and Karan had the speed to split them right down the middle. That's the kind of thing that just your running has to take care of those extra one or two guys. And they've done a pretty good job of it so far. There's obviously room for improvement as well.
Okay, as a whole, the offense has struggled, but it seems like the run game, whether it's from somebody, it seems like someone kind of comes up. Ty has a big game. Chris has a big game. What is the sense of the running backs right now in terms of balance of offense? You guys feel like maybe come a little more run heavy, for the rest of the year, go with what's working, kind of that thing?
I couldn't really speak for them on what they think. I know just as a whole, we have to be able to adapt and do what it is that we're capable of doing at a high level, and do that. You know what I mean? If you're not throwing the ball particularly well, then you can't come out and throw it 50 times. If the run game isn't going great, then you have to adapt and be able to find other ways to make plays. So I think that's in our nature because we're built to do a lot of different things. So whether it's run heavy or pass heavy, it's just kind of be week by week, and as the season goes, it kind of just unfolds based on how certain position groups are playing.
How's it been for you so far? Through the midpoint of the season, first year as a running backs coach, how have you kind of adapted to this and kind of gotten used to your new role?
Yeah, I feel like I answer that like every time I'm up here. Is that ever going to stop?
I didn't ask you. I've never asked you that.
I gotcha. Everything's good. It's great. I love it. The guys are fun. They work hard. They take a lot of pride in what they do. They really, really want to win, and they approach a pretty selfish position unselfishly, and that's huge. It makes it fun to have everyone be together and working together, and it also gives you a better chance for success.
I guess what
on the unselfish side of running backs, how do you like what your fullbacks are doing right now?
Love it. I love it. They both are still working to improve, which is great as senior guys that have played a lot of football and have high expectations on them and some accolades. For them to come out and practice the way that they did even yesterday with a really renewed focus, determination to improve the fundamentals, really get back to the basics of what got them to this point. I think it says a lot about them and their role in the offense. So I love all three of those guys.
Henry in particular said after a disappointment like Saturday, it's important to show the younger guys, lead by example. Mm-hmm. Is that something that you talk to them about as well, or is it just innate in a senior?
Yeah, I mean that's who Henry is. I think as a team, it's just kind of who we are too. You can talk about being disappointed, or talk about this needs to get fixed, or we got to do better, but nothing. There's no substance to that. It's all about what you actually go out and do in practice, what you do in the meeting, the attentiveness, the note taking, the listening, the actual the coaching by us. It's about action, not about kind of saying you're disappointed or saying what you're gonna do. So yeah, Henry's like that, but as a whole, as a team, we got to be like that. Otherwise, you really have no chance to improve.
The chop block call on him, does he get a negative for that? That seemed like kind of a dicey call.
Yeah, he did not get a negative for that. I'm not sure. I've never officiated a game. It seems like a tough thing to do, but and not give them a negative.
Good time for one or two more from Jay.
Jay and Pass Pro, how far do these guys still have to go, and can they get there?
I think they can definitely get there. They still have a ways to go because we're really chasing perfection where we can stack game after game where the quarterback isn't getting touched, or even times where the quarterback doesn't get touched, but we still weren't perfect assignment-wise. We got to be continue to grow in terms of being disciplined with our eyes and being like 100% perfect with assignments. So the guys understand that that's what the standard is, and just grinding at that every single day. Will you ever get there? Maybe, maybe not, but if you can get really close to that and keep the quarterback clean, you're going to be pretty good as an offense.